Hey everybody, MJ here, how's it going? Yeah, I'm in the dark. I'm in my car, and this is the face of responsibility. Let me explain. I was playing guitar tonight at the Filipino club, probably for about 3 hours straight. Yeah. And we've been drinking. I'm in my car, and all, my guitar stuff is it's in the back. I'm only about 900 meters from my house, like a kilometer. Had to think about that because I ride my bike a lot. Anyway, I've been drinking, so I'm not going to drive. I'm going to sit in my car, and I may actually take a nap or whatever it takes until I feel like I'm okay to drive. Wait a minute here. I got my little, there you go. The problem is the steering wheel blocks this light, see? Because I have a dashboard clamp and it clamps my phone. This kind of looks spooky, doesn't it? Dun, dun, dun. I'm not using an external mic, and I just rolled the windows down for a little bit. If we get some mosquitoes, I'm gonna 86 that. So how you guys doing? All right, so what's going on? Oh, I think I'm stupid. All right, so here's what's going on. Rob Kilo and I have been talking about doing a couple of projects together, and it looks like it may happen. We have some common interests, and I sent him a message earlier tonight, and I copied myself on my phone's email. Yeah, my phone has an email, believe it or not. And this is why I say I'm stupid. I think I typed it wrong. I think I copied the email like to the wrong email address because I never got the notification on my phone. So anyway, one of the things I was saying was, hey, if you want to meet tonight, maybe we can do a live stream together and stuff. So hey, Rob, if you've been like trying to reach me, probably not, I don't see why it would be. If you've been trying to reach me frantically for the last couple hours and I haven't responded, it's because not only is this the face of responsibility, this is the face of an idiot. But hey, I fully accept that. Gosh. How can I be so human? And I'm sweating, everywhere, but my lips are dry. How can that be? I don't know. Anyway. All right, so here we are in Taiwan, and I had a really good time tonight. Let me I don't have any pictures of me because, that's just how it is. But I'm going to show you a couple pictures of, I'll show you a picture of Philip. And, actually, not this one. Philip is a guitar player, and he's actually playing one of my guitars. He's playing the Black V. And then I'll show you some pictures that I took from the stage because I thought it was cool. All right, so this is Philip, and actually this is in 4:3 because I realized, we had a problem earlier with Prism Live Studio. Every iPhone shot that you wanted to show showed in 4:3, even though the photograph was shot in 16:9 because the iPhone does everything in 4:3. Then I realized, oh, duh. I should be shooting everything in 4:3 because it uses the entire sensor. If I shoot in 16:9, it's just a crop. So this is a 4:3. And you know what? It's like the same ratio as my Nikon DSLR. Live and learn. Anyway, that's my Harley Benton Black V, the guitar player right there, that's Philip. And so we were playing at this club called Wingspan Bistro. And if you literally type Wingspan Bistro in Google Maps, you can find this place no matter where you're listening to from the world, in the world. And the reason I know is because I added it to Google Maps. But this, let's do this. Hang on. Wow, I haven't used Prism so long I forgot how to do it. Okay, so this is what it looks like from the stage. I'm standing where Philip was, and anyway, it's a pretty cool place. And you see, some lights on the walls and stuff. Yeah, LEDs, lasers, you name it. I mean, Taiwan is the place that has all of that crazy stuff. So yeah, if anything that you want like that, you can get it here. So anyway, how is everyone doing? It shows that I have 5 people watching. Is that really true? I find that hard to believe. It's usually like this many. So I'm going to show the chat view. Gosh, sorry guys, you've been typing stuff, I haven't seen it. Okay, because I don't know what's going on with the chat box. Okay, so Kenrod says hello MJ, good morning. Thank you. Rob Kilo says, man, I got the right email. Okay, good. But I'm talking about my email. Oh my gosh. Okay, Mike, repair stuff. Hi MJ, thank you. Sorry you guys. I'm sorry, so sorry, so sorry. Anyway, so okay, Rob, understand about, sweating it off. Okay, good. Cool. All right, so hey, Double J, thanks you guys. Listen, hang on a second. I don't know what's going on. I thought I had, my gosh, don't I have, I do. I have the chat box enabled. Why am I not seeing the chat? Oh, this is bad. Okay, I'm just going to leave the chat view up. I'm sorry, you guys. My gosh. I'm sitting here. I apologize. I had no idea that I had this much engagement. Actually, I'm not used to this much engagement. And I'm sitting here in the car, and hanging out. Most of my live streams, I end up talking to myself. So anyway, Rob, what I was saying was I copied my own phone's email, and I think I got that wrong because I never got the notification on my phone. I'm like, oh, I'm just, I pride myself on being competent. Yes, wonders of technology. I find myself, sometimes, well, many times being irritated with incompetence in other people, and then I display it myself. I've said this before. Incompetent. I use that as a noun. Is that right? A person who is incompetent is an incompetent. I don't think that's correct, but that is a term that I have coined, and it's because incompetents are the single most employable spectrum of individual, because they all have jobs, and everywhere you go you deal with incompetence. I mean, they're the single most employable segment of humanity because, like I said, they all have jobs. It's like, oh my gosh, sometimes you just want to go. Anyway, so wonders of technology. So anyway, now tomorrow's the Dragon Boat Festival. I used to cover that. I'm not going to cover it. So linguistically, it does work. Yes, it does. But that actually might make for another one of my famous arguments with Chat GTP. Gosh, I've got like so many arguments with Chat GTP about different things. So acoustics are great. Hey, I'm doing okay. Thanks, Mike. Fist bump to everybody. Sorry, I'm blocking the light. Fist bump. Yeah, this is my little Ulanzi light, and it does even red, so I use it when we're doing astronomy at home. But yeah, acoustics in the car, they should be great. Sorry, I got guitars on the brain. They're all in the back. There's a song that I'm thinking of that keeps playing in my head because it's the last song that we played when we closed the set. But yeah, I'm gonna have to talk to Chat GTP about incompetent and see how that works. It's kind of like, you know, commandant. I don't know. Otherwise commander. Yeah, but you know what I'm talking about. They're all employed. So everywhere you go, you're dealing with incompetent people, and I'm trying to be competent, and sometimes I'm not. What can you do? I may end up just going to sleep in the car. The acoustics are good. I got the windows down like a little bit on both sides to get a little air. But if the mosquitoes come out, I'm gonna roll them up. But this is a very comfortable place to sleep. And the good news is, if my wife calls me, "Where are you?" "Oh, I'm just sleeping in the car." She'll be like, "Yeah, okay." No problem. Excuse me. All right, so anyway. Yeah, really. And I'm gonna say this because my daughter goes to a prestigious school, and they had a thing last weekend. And the year before, I had a talk with one of the teachers. It was her foreign English teacher, which I kind of object to that designation. But anyway, it's the non-indigenous person that teaches English. And we were talking about the woke agenda. Now, this gentleman, I have a ton of respect for him. He's an amazing guy from South Africa. He's married, has 2 kids in Taiwan. And we were talking about how we like the fact that this school doesn't really have this woke agenda. Well, last Friday, I went to this presentation, and there they were, in plain sight, the 2 biggest, wokest buzzwords you can ever have. Diversity, Matthew, fist bump. Okay, the 2 biggest, wokest buzzwords: diversity, inclusiveness. My God, haven't you people learned anything? I'm 68 years old. I went through the civil rights movement. I went through the women's liberation movement. I went through the gay movement. We solved all those problems. And it's like, why are you bringing them up now? So anyway, I teach my daughter competency. I teach my daughter a meritocracy. That's what I teach her. Not inclusiveness. Just because, oh, you're left out. Well, guess what? People get left out because they suck. And so what happens is, if you appoint people based on some number that's supposed to represent, well, inclusiveness, who knows what you're going to get? But probably it's going to be incompetent. And so now, you see, because I said so, and because YouTube says so, this is the face of responsibility. So I'm telling you that. But anyway, what I was saying, right, about the Dragon Boat Festival tomorrow, I usually cover that, but I'm not going to cover it. And it's kind of a drag because it means everything's closed, and it's a big problem because of this. And Matthew, you probably remember this from a while back. This is a very ugly picture, but I'm going to show it anyway. I was eating chicken with my family today, and it's chicken meat on bones, and I bit into the bone. Yo, and I chipped my tooth. Yeah, didn't hurt, just sucks. I don't know why, but I saved the piece. I had visions of taking like a toothpick and some cyanoacrylate and, you know, kind of like, right? And then I realized my doctor would probably have, my dentist would probably have like his foot on my chest and some pliers trying to pull that thing off. I have read stories about people who like glued their crown back on and stuff like that. And they put it on so permanently that the dentist said, I can't get it back off. Can't fix it. Yeah, time to go boneless chicken. You've never been here, have you? I've always said, and Rob's here, I've always said that Chinese style chefs are lazy because they'll take a frog, like a whole frog, and just go chop, 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 and throw it in the wok. Guts and everything, stir fry it. So basically what you're dealing with is sectioned animals here. And so, yeah, I was dealing with, I actually had turmeric chicken. It was quite good. And it had like a little, one of those little like sterno, you know, like a, I'm trying to say like a, gosh, English. It's like a stove, okay? And it had a round, like a wok, okay? And it was full of the turmeric chicken. It was really good. Sorry, I deal with 2 languages. And actually, I was speaking Thai tonight too. I'm kind of screwed up, sorry. So, thing is it's really good, but again, it's just chopped from the chicken, right? Yeah, I love turmeric too. It's amazing. And it's really good for you. And you have this kind of a euphoric feeling because it's doing good things, you know, to your body, right? So, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. My car is dark, but it's not that it's dark, Mike. It's nighttime in Taiwan. That's the front view. Those are the 2 street lights that are in front of me. So, but at least I have this this light. I can do this. Wow, that just makes me look old and mean. How about this? Boy, you know what? I think I'm the perfect age to start doing a horror film. What do you think? I can do the, well, I got to show the hand. I got to do the crooked, kind of like a, I don't know, forget it, whatever. Okay, that's sort of okay. But then, you know, because I've been losing weight, and now you see like extra skin, so I gotta have an ascot. I don't know, man. Can't please everybody, so just kind of please yourself. But anyway, so I'm gonna call the dentist tomorrow and ask them if they're open on the Dragon Boat Festival day, but I don't think they are. So I think I'm just gonna be like walking around and talking like this because I don't want to, you know, smile, and that's just how it is. So anyway, wow, I think I have more consecutive viewers right now at one time than I probably have ever had since 2015. Go figure, it's amazing. Anyway, so I'm at peace and I'm happy. Thank you. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. Absolutely right. But this guy is actually experimenting on me. And I'll tell you about the experiment. Now, I showed this before on a live stream. I showed a video. But he is actually leveling my Akuzal plane. Yeah, it broke in the front. Yeah, actually, it's pretty ugly. I'll show you. Here it is. I was eating some chicken, and yeah. And I saved the piece. Don't ask me why. I was thinking about gluing it back on, then I realized, no, that's dumb. We're gonna have to use some more durable material because it broke like a couple months ago. And what I did was, in my line group, you know, that I have, the late night line group, for those of you who follow me, I posted a chip of my tooth the last time, just like the broken piece, and said, anybody know what this is? And Matthew guessed it. He goes, it's a tooth. I'm like, yeah. Then I know one of those ugly, like, ugh. Anyway, what are you gonna do? We're all human. Rob's right though. Snowball's chance. So I'm gonna be like Jack Lemmon, you know, in the Out-of-Towners with this, because I'm trying to speak and I was talking earlier. I was like, I realized people turn around. No, sorry, I'm not whistling at you. I'm trying to speak to you. And Saudi cop. It's like, wow. It was bad. So, fortunately, I didn't try to sing. I just played guitar and kept my mouth shut, huh? Anyway, so Rob's here. He can, you know, speak for himself. But yeah, I used to chew ice. I still kind of chew ice sometimes, but I know what you mean, because what happens is, excuse me, yawn time. What happens is, you know, we get more sensitive, and you know, the cold bothers us. But I usually don't have that problem. Now, I'll tell you one thing that's great. It is 0:49, which means it's 11 minutes until 1 a.m. And over here is an amazing breakfast place. There's a Vietnam guy that runs it. I just walk in and I say, literally in Chinese, the same, please. And he makes me the most amazing 4-egg omelet with bacon and cheese. And then I go over to the hot oil when he's done, and I just slather it on. So when I'm done with this live stream and I feel, you know, okay to drive, I'm going to go over there, get that stuff, take it to the house, and probably watch myself on the 55-inch screen and see how ridiculous I look for a couple minutes, and then I'll watch something useful like Casey Stern on, you know, camera conspiracies. But so anyway, I was talking with Rob. No, it is. It's really delicious. So, well, see, the thing is, right, is I had a natural gap, and so did both of my sisters, but in, you know, later on, we had it fixed. And so, yeah, I mean, the dentist had to do like laser surgery and blast it, because the teeth are apart, but there's a kind of a thing that hangs down the center. You know, I don't know what it is. Something that bisects your head, I guess. I guess you have to be careful saying bisects, because bisect. Anyway, I think you know what I'm saying. And sections your head into two parts. And so, yeah, they blasted it with a laser, and then, you know. But I mean, I had one dentist grind the teeth like open, and then build them back up, and then put like an anchor in it. And I was doing some research online, and it looked like one of those H anchors that they put between stone blocks that the Incas used to do. like 4,000 years ago, and I was like looking at my teeth going, cool. That's pretty cool, you know. But then that was removed and some other stuff anyway. But what this doctor's doing with my occlusal plane, now, what that is that's, you know, how your teeth go together, right? And, you know, I mean, it's like this. It's not like this. So the back teeth come together before the front teeth come together. So there's an angle, right? And it's precise. And then there's the left and right. And not everybody, I mean, no person is perfect. So everybody's like not symmetrical. Like the plane might not even be, you know, like, it might, anyway. So this doctor has been working with me, and he did a really interesting thing. What he did was, the last time I went there, which actually was Friday, and then I blow my tooth up on Sunday, he put like a little dab of bonding material on the inside of the top. And what he did was, different tone, nope. Sounds the same now as it did before. I'm not sure what you mean. If it sounds the same, why would it be a different tone? No, I mean, maybe I'm a little more excited. I don't know. I'm in the same environment. So let me know what you mean. But what he did was, that prevented my teeth from closing all the way, and then I was biting on the contact paper. And he was looking at the distribution of the contact paper on the teeth. And so if they touch, then it rubs off red. And if it's not, then there's nothing. And so what he was doing was slowly, just barely taking down the high spots. And then he would take a little bit of that piece off in the front, which would allow my teeth to go closer together. And then suddenly, like when he took it completely away and I closed my teeth, you know, closed my mouth till my teeth were touching, it felt perfect. It's hard to describe. It's really hard to describe that feeling when your bite plane, the occlusal plane, is perfect and you just close your teeth and one side doesn't, you know, bite down first, and then the other side, there's no pressure. It's just perfect. So what he did was, I had a video, and it's not on my phone anymore, so I don't think so. It just changes the sibilance. It changes the sibilance. That's what it changes. Now the thing is, I'm using the phone and I don't have the, you know, the mic up here. And I'm not really trying to do my AM or FM voice. I'm just, you know, so, but yeah. The answer is it shouldn't. It should just change the sibilance, you know, the S sounds, right? So, I have a video. It's not on my phone anymore. It's really old. It's, you know, locked up in Google Photos. But I think I showed that to you, and I know I did show that to you guys before, where I was standing in his office and I had my hands, you know, locked like this. Okay, like this, right? Behind my back. You know what I'm saying? Okay, like this, behind my back. And he would push down on my hands behind my back and it would pull me back and I'd lose my balance. But I put this occlusal spring in, which looks like a mouth guard. And, you know, I guess it is a mouth guard. It, you know, prevents you from grinding your teeth and, you know, slapping them together and stuff when you sleep. But it's more than that. It helps keep them aligned, helps keep your jaw, I'm talking too fast. It helps keep your jaw aligned and so forth. But the occlusal spring also gives you stability, which I didn't know until they said, okay, put it in and bite gently. So I did, put it in, just, you know, close my mouth, bite gently. And he was jumping up and down, trying to pull me back and off balance, and couldn't do it. And I turned around and I'm like, what kind of sorcery is this? That was off the charts weird. That I could just take a thing that looks like a mouth guard, just a U-shaped piece of plastic, stick it in my mouth, bite on it, and suddenly you can't make me fall over backwards by putting pressure like that on my arms, on my hands, you know, behind my back. So I started talking to him about it, and he's patented this technology because imagine this. Imagine a boxer that can't be knocked off balance. I started thinking all the possibilities. That's what I do. So I always take these technologies and try to, you know, imagine them. I assume sorry, let's see what Ken says. Yes. And that probably can help as much as the machine. Yes. Sibilance? You're asking me to spell sibilance? I use spell checker, man. Sibilance, sorry. It's not silence, it's sibilance. That is the high-end component of speech where you have the, you know, the high S's, the S-I-B I-L-A-N-C-E, maybe? I don't know. Try it, and I'm sure you'll get a spell check. I don't know. Sibilance, it's kind of crazy. But yeah, so that's not it, actually, with the Z. That's not it. Because if you were to talk about in an audio waveform, you would say this section is sibilant. So it's S-I-B-I-L-A-N-T, I believe. So I think it's C-E, but yeah. Dude, you're the biggest troll, man. I love it. Oh, this is great. Sibilance. Sibilance. Yeah, there you go. Fist bump. Hey, listen, I always said, if you're going to talk trash, make sure I can hear it. And if you're going to troll me, make it a good one. I actually love trolls. I kind of miss that. You know, all of us moved from like, you know, Periscope, where it was like a troll a minute, to YouTube, and we're like, where's the trolls? The trolls were the fun part. I still love engaging with the trolls, especially the one that I reported to Interpol. Ugh, that's a long story, but yeah, fist bump. It's funny how we don't have any. There is absolutely zero. I mean the chat box. It's supposed to burn the chat to the stream. It's not doing anything. Gonna have to talk to Jake. For those of you who don't know, I also started a line group for live streaming technology, and the head of the Android fork of Prism Live Studio Mobile is in that group. And even though like he doesn't deal with the PC side or with like iOS, I mean, obviously he can just like walk across the hall and talk with them. So, but yeah, Jake Stone, really great guy, and I'm gonna talk to him about this. Ken's in that group too, because I mean, I don't know why. I enable the text box, but it's not capturing the chat. Just like so weird. So let me look at this with my bifocals. Okay, trifocals. 35. Wow, we've been on the air for 35 minutes. Pretty good. Seems like an eternity. And okay, of course there's a guy standing over there and he's smoking, so I may close the window. But I'm thinking more and more about that omelet. See, what it is they have a whole big, like a container, you know, full of scrambled eggs, and it's got like chopped scallions in it and stuff, and it's probably like about 40 eggs or something, maybe more, and it's already scrambled. So he just takes a ladle and ladles it out. So he ladles 4 of those. That equals 4 eggs. This thing's like dirt cheap. So, you know, it ends up being like a thing about this big. He cooks the bacon on the side, cooks it, throws it in there, throws some cheese on, and then folds it up, and it's absolutely huge, and it's like $4. So you absolutely do. And Ken, I'll take a picture of it and I'll post it in the late night group. And you know what I should do? I'm kind of remiss. I should use the Real Taiwan community page some more, so I can go ahead and take a picture of that and post that in the community. What do you think about that? It won't get me any views, but now here's the thing about views that's bugging me now. I open the YouTube app and it's all shorts on the top. YouTube shorts. I gotta scroll up to get to my regular, you know, 16:9. Okay, cool, thanks, I'll do it. You know what I'm talking about, right? And it's like, we're into short content. So my new song, Portrait World, is so relevant, and it's my goal to get it out in July. So I live in a portrait world. I mean, I'll tell you, the lines are just, I mean, it's a scathing rebuke, because Ken Heron, he's an FPV drone guy, and so yeah, I mean, some of the content is okay, but I go to this club, right, and it's all like, you know, Filipino guys, and they're all live streaming and they're all videoing and they're holding the phone like this. It's like, it's amazing. I'm like, so somebody was actually videoing the band, and I went, and they looked at me and they turned it on the side, and suddenly you could see the whole band. Wow. Instead of like 1.5 people. It was like crazy. So some of the lyrics: I live in a portrait world, a universe ruled by video fill. What that mean, or by vertical fill. You know, when you see a video that's 16:9, but they're showing somebody that doesn't, a video from somebody that doesn't know what the heck they're doing, okay, but they've got this stuff on the side that's kind of out of focus, but it's derived, you know, from the central, okay, content. That is vertical fill. So I live in a portrait world. No, you're not. And actually, there was a video that came out about 4 years ago talking about this, and they actually said, if your video looks like this, it's because you're holding your phone the wrong way. And I'm like, yes! Absolutely. So, I live in a portrait world, a universe ruled by vertical fill. That's how it starts off. It goes downhill from there. I mean, this is scathing. And so, anyway, I really let him have it. I talk about, well, the first verse says, I live in a portrait world, the craziest show on planet Earth. I live in a portrait world, a place where people judge another's worth. Which is really, I mean, the whole thing, right? So, anyway, I'm not going to give away too much of it, but those are some of the lyrics. And the end is just, it goes on and on and on about how people, like, they complain, they just go on, mostly women complain about men, and they're making things that are supposed to be, you know, private, they make them public. And I say, you know, you're making private things public and you don't know that's repugnant. I mean, that's true. That's what I say in the song. So yeah. Yeah, well, you know, in my daughter's school, they should ban them. They really should. I mean, I'm surprised they allowed them in the first place. My daughter's school, they're not allowed to take any electronics at all. My daughter has a smartwatch, but she can't take a phone that's connected to it. They have a Chromebook that they use in their class, but they got total control. That's how you do it. Otherwise, I mean, here's the thing. You really have to be an adult, and you have to be a parent. You can't be your kid's friend. You can't let them just do what they want to do. You have to guide them. You have to, you know, set the example. If you let kids eat whatever they want, it's going to be, you know, cookies and candy, right? And if you let them do what they want, excuse me, it's going to be the equivalent, right? It's going to be, oh, fun videos and happy stuff, you know? No, you can't do that. So you have to clamp down on that. I am in favor of that, actually. Take care, Ken. Thank you so much. Oh, let me do this side. Fist bump. Thank you. I know, got to head out to work. Yep. So that actually is the face of responsibility, is my man Kenrod. Yeah. Take care, bro. Thanks for joining. I appreciate it. Always appreciate it when you take time out of your busy day to join me and listen to my my rambling on. So actually, I'm feeling a lot better. And let me tell you what I was drinking tonight. Now, I didn't drink all of this. I was with a bunch of other guys, but we had, this is Cambodian, and this is a type of, yes, they do, but I'm still concerned about the diversity and inclusiveness buzzwords that I heard at the last presentation. So right now, I'm gonna lay low because it may just be buzzwords, but if they start like with the agenda, I'm gonna swoop down. Yep. Yeah, Rob is saying, for those of you, because you can't see, Rob is saying that it's saying in the boys' school, they collect all the phones at the start of the day, lock them in a cupboard until the school day ends, and they should. Actually, they just shouldn't bring them to school at all. This is coconut wine. They call it wine, but it's really a distilled liquor, 29 degrees, 29%. Sorry, we say degrees in Chinese. And what's the other one? Where is it? Oh, here it is. I've got my little thing on it here. Yes. But I never heard it before. I told my daughter I would buy the school and fire everybody before I would let her be exposed to wokeness. Okay, this is Kingston 62 Jamaican rum, and we had this tonight. So, you know, I think you're right. I really think you're right, and they don't understand. And there's a lot of USA worship, and I deal with the USA worship with the Filipinos too. But gosh, I was in Thailand in 2005, and I was walking down the street in Bangkok at night, and some Thai guy saw me. He fell on his knees and he grabbed my hand. He started kissing it, going, "America, America." I was like, "What the hell's wrong with you? Let's get away from me." It's like, what are you talking about? You know, but seriously, yeah. And they think that the American education is higher level. Okay, if the American education is higher level, why is it if your kid is in the 5th grade in Taiwan and they go to America, they're in the 6th grade? Does that sound high level to you? Not to me. So, yeah. So anyway, Rob, you know the schools, right? It is silly. My daughter goes to Conchow, okay, the international school. And the joke is, you know, grade for grade, my daughter's education is miles, like in the stratosphere ahead of mine, when I was at that age, right, in that grade. So bilingual, and, you know, her mom is from Kaohsiung, so she's also learning Minnan. And my daughter watches TV. She watches these Japanese cartoons. So now she's like walking around speaking Japanese. I'm like, crazy, man. I wish there was a drug that you could take that would unlock your brain, you know, like whatever it is that a young person has that makes them easy to learn a language. Because boy, oh boy, I struggle. But yeah, so yes, exactly. Exceptionalism is due to smart immigrants. Well, you know, there's something to be said about that, Mike. And I've heard people say that thoroughbreds are weak, but, you know, the mutts are strong. But yeah, listen, I'm not knocking the USA or being anti-USA. But the truth is when you live in the United States, you get it drilled in your head, oh, this is the greatest country in the world, blah, blah, blah. And then you go to other places and you're like, hang on a second. And Rob probably hasn't heard this story, but I'll tell it again. It's been a while. I took a corner office CEO guy to Thailand to work on a project. We closed out business at about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So I took him back to the village. And we're staying in this little resort in a village. It was really cool. And I love this, right? And it's Friday afternoon. And we're walking around the village. And what I used to do in this village in the afternoon was I would take a glass and I would take a bottle of local liquor and I would knock on every door. And every man that came to the door, I would pour a glass and hand it to him and introduce myself. Now, I never did that to the women. It's important you guys know this because that would have been a cultural no-no in Thailand. So if a woman comes to the door, I ask for her husband, okay? And if he says that I can give his wife a drink, that's okay. Anyway, so I just want to clear that up for, you know, purposes of wokeness. So we're walking around together and we noticed this guy. Now, I knew this guy. I don't remember his name. It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon now. He is sitting in front of his house on the road in a chair, passed out. He has no shirt on. There's an empty liquor bottle, like a 700 milliliter, you know, regular size, full size bottle, on the ground beside his chair. He obviously like drank the contents of that bottle, got drunk, and passed out in the chair. He's in front of the house. He owns the house. He has children running around, but he doesn't have to worry about it because grandma is there watching everything. The guy has like cattle under the house because it's on stilts, you know? And so I asked this $250,000 US dollars a year corner office CEO, you know, guy. I said, hey, it's Friday afternoon, 4 o'clock. Can you afford to be DOA? That means, you know, drunk on your ass. Can you be DOA like this guy? He's like, there's no way. I can't afford to do that. I don't even have time to do anything. I can't even take a day off. And I'm like, how is this possible? How is it possible that this guy can have this much prosperity when Mr. $250,000 US dollars corner office guy can't do that? That's just so weird when you stop and think about it. Like, what is wrong with Western society and the Western system of things? This guy built this house. Okay, it doesn't have a jacuzzi. It doesn't have all the modern conveniences. But he can afford to be drunk on a Friday afternoon. Can you? That's crazy. Yeah. Yeah, Rob, you understand. That's just, he was astonished. I'm walking around snickering. I see this all the time. I see these guys walking around here, and they don't have a care in the world, and they don't have all that much money. It's just that the scale of economy is so, you do. I know you do. Yeah. The scale of economy is just so different, I'm going to tell you, when I lived in the United States, okay, I had medical problems. Big time. I was sick for 7 years. I'm going to tell you, I left the United States when I was 44, okay? But from, the start of my working life until I was 44 years old, the number of years that I was actually payroll employed at, companies is 11 years. That's it. There's no prosperity there. These Filipino guys right now, they think I'm nuts. Why live in Taiwan? You can make money in Taiwan. I never owned a house in America. The funny thing is, I lived in a house on the top floor. It was like a, 3-level New England type house, right? And they broke it up into apartments. I lived on the top floor. My landlord lived in the second floor, and she died. A Cambodian family bought the house. Now, I don't have a problem with that. I'm not begrudging them, but they came over to look at the house. They don't speak any English. They came to the States like a couple of months before, and they got assistance, and they bought the house. And I'm like, where's my assistance? That's when I realized, time to get out. And I did. I came to Taiwan with $60 in my pocket and a business plan. The rest is history. So I tell those Filipino guys, it's not 1975, because I knew a Taiwan guy who came to the States in 1975. He opened a restaurant in Greensboro, freaking North Carolina, and the next year it was in Playboy's top 10 restaurants in the United States. Go figure. Not Chinese restaurants, top 10 of any restaurants. It was amazing. And then the following 2 years, he opened another restaurant. The year after that, he opened a nightclub. Then a couple years later, he retired, went back to Taiwan as a multimillionaire. You can't really do that anymore because everything now is non-corporeal stuff. It's all software. You have to have some kind of an algorithm, and you have to get your company evaluated on that. So it's not like you can, build a business like you could, right? So yes, exactly, precisely. What Rob says, for those of you who aren't reading comments, he says, it's because Taiwan has managed to escape the wage inflation spiral that renders whole swaths, I love that word, whole swaths of economic activity non-viable. Exactly. And that also means that they have avoided like the real estate crash and the stock market crash that everybody was predicting about 4 years ago. Remember that? People were saying, oh yeah, the housing market's going to crash, all this stuff. There's something about Taiwan and all this other stuff that they're doing. They managed to make the healthcare system work. I'm going to tell you, that's really why I'm here. So, MAGAs are the opposite of exceptionalism. I'm not sure what that means, but I will say I'm not going to take sides because I'm not political, but let me just say this. This is not a political statement. This is from somebody who doesn't have a horse in the race. But when I look at the two candidates, I'm thinking, are you insane? Is that all you got? What? If I was a voting person, I just wouldn't bother. Why bother? I mean, okay. Look, you can run a turd under the chocolate fountain and it looks nice, but okay, anyway. So, but about the healthcare system, I mean, that's really one of the major reasons that I'm here, is because that works. I mean, I got this nice little racing stripe, you know, on my thumb because they cut a lump out of it. That was really funny. The doctor's making a joke while he's doing it, but it cost me $10. I've had laser surgery on each eye, cost me $10. I went to get my eye examined. I was having floater problems and indications like maybe I had retinal detachment. You know, I had some of the flashes. So I went, and the doctor, she used the slit lamp. This is in McKay Hospital in Cincy City, and she said, well, maybe we should do some laser treatment, kind of, and it was kind of like she was saying, sort of tack weld a little bit, the retina, just make sure it's okay. And I said, all right, well, go ahead and schedule that for me. And she took me by the hand, walked me to the next room, and sat down and did it herself. That's how this works in Taiwan. And I remember when I was a staff manufacturing engineer for Cybex International in 1999, in the year 2000. I was making $55K, full dental, full medical. In the year 2000, that was amazing, right? I broke a tooth, just like this, right, today. I broke a tooth. It was in January. I went through their little book, their insurance book, flipping pages, calling people to try to get my teeth fixed. And the soonest I could get my teeth fixed was 6 months in their insurance network. The joke is, you ready for this? You guys are sitting down, right? Between January and that 6-month period, I'd gone back to Taiwan and I just went to a dental clinic and said, can you fix this? Oh, sure, have a seat. And it was $20. After a while, you just go, why am I doing this? This is like the monkey with a banana, in the jar that won't let go. Guys, you got to give it up. Move away. Move where it's better. And we had it, drilled in our head that that's the greatest country in the world. Well, maybe it was back then. But so, yeah, it's availability. See what he's saying. Okay, here's what Rob says. He said, it's not just the low cost, it's the availability. Taiwanese people think it's completely normal that you can decide at 8 p.m. that you should be able to wander down the road and find a clinic. Yeah. And another thing that Taiwan people do, which much to the chagrin of the hospitals, is they use the ER for a 24-hour pharmacy. Take their kid there. Oh, he's got a runny nose. That's another thing too. People don't understand. American people don't understand that the slightest cough, a sneeze, and the parents go to the doctor with the kid. When I was a kid, my mom was a registered nurse working for a doctor, at a doctor's office. I didn't see the doctor unless there was blood. And it had to be a certain amount of blood, like a lot of it. Then I would see the doctor. And my mom would take care of most of it because they can. Yeah, nation of hypochondriacs, because they can, exactly. But my mom would take care of it. I remember one of the worst things that you can do is tell a mother like that, oh, Mom, I got hurt. Because you're going to the bathroom and, like if you skin your knees riding your bike, you got to pull your pant leg up, or you got to take your pants off. She's going to go in the kitchen and get a plastic pot scrubber and some of that antiseptic soap, and she's going to scrub that thing like it's, you know, bacon grease in the frying pan while you scream your head off. Yes. But anyway, so that was, you know, but seriously, the medical care that I've had here, and also the fact that the doctors listen to me, like my cardiologist, and, you know, the one who's been treating me for the arrhythmia, and I told him about different things. He has actually taken some of the stuff that I told him that I learned from Dr. Sears at the Institute for Anti-Aging, like about ubiquinol and these things, and he's applying it now to his patients. Mike says Big Pharma in USA is ruining USA Today. Well, I'm going to tell you this. I don't live there, but occasionally I can tune into USA TV on, you know, like my video on demand box we have in Taiwan. It has a couple of, you know, it's all legal and stuff. It's not the illegal box, but I can tune into some of the, like the, don't know why I do it, but maybe once a year, twice a year, I'll tune into some USA TV shows because I really don't care. I don't watch Taiwan TV either. But here's the thing. It's all insurance and medical. It's all about insurance and drugs. I mean, the ads. It's amazing. I sit there and I'm astounded. You know, and everything is like blah, 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 blah on your phone. Blah, 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 blah. You know, get the best deal for insurance on your phone. Blah, blah, blah about this medicine, this new medicine on your phone. I'm like, good God Almighty. That's what it is. So, right. Exactly. Mike says, no help from doctors in USA except for pushing advertised on TV drug advertisements. Yes. I know what you mean. Yeah. And so, wow. I'm going to go back to the U.S. Pretty soon, and it's going to be a real eye-opener, I think, for my family, because I'm going to finally be able to go, see? I told you. Yeah, I told you. So, I can't wait to get pulled over by a police officer in the United States and have our first real American experience where all of our constitutional rights are violated by some overzealous police officer that wants to know everything about our history up until, like, you know, the birth of my parents and that kind of stuff. So, because I got to tell you, in 20 years in Taiwan, I've never shown a single authority my ID unless I went, like, to renew my passport or, you know, my residency documents or anything like that. But in any instance I've ever had with a police officer in Taiwan, nobody has ever asked to see my driver's license. It's hilarious. So when I go back, I'm going to have an international license, and I can just imagine the fiasco, because people generally don't understand the difference between residency and citizenship. There was 51 drones had a drone photography contest, and I entered it because it said that participants must be a legal citizen of the United States. Okay, I'm a U.S. citizen, but I'm not a legal resident. Yeah, they rejected my entry because it's in Taiwan, but I met the criteria because they don't understand the difference between citizenship and residency. So yeah, I get that a lot. So I think we're going to have a real American experience. So, but I love it when I watch YouTube, and I love the opening line is like, you know, license and registration. Okay, here you go. And then the next question is always, do you know why I stopped you? How would you answer that? Do you know why I stopped you? Understand, bro. Thank you so much. Thank you. Take care and have a good night, Rob. Oh, we will. We definitely will. And if we get pulled over by the cops, I'm going to live stream that too. I'll just stick the pocket 3 on the opposite window. He won't even notice it. But how do you answer a police officer when he says, fist bump, when he says, do you know why I stopped you? Because my answer is, sir, we've never met. Of course they're going to go, so I asked you, do you know why I stopped you? And my reply is, since we've never met, I have no idea why you do anything. I don't know what motivates you. I don't know you. Anyway, I hope that's not going to be a YouTube video, but that's like the dumbest question. Of course, they're always trying to catch you in something, right? So just don't be caught. That's what you do. So yep. Yeah, but the thing is we're law-abiding citizens, so we're the ones that, you know, they don't have to worry about. And when I was living in the States, there were many officers that expressed appreciation for local citizens, you know, who carried. And there were some incidences in the news in New England where cops were pinned down by bad guys, and some, you know, local citizens who were carrying concealed jumped in the fray and made a big difference. So yeah, a number of diners and places like that, and you know, we've seen the movies, but they're based on, you know, actual things. So what time is it? Oh, it's 1:33, and we have been on 1 hour and 7 minutes. So please enlighten you. Well, thing is we're just gonna live stream from the US when it, you know, when it seems reasonable. Now, of course, my sister has got some plans. We're gonna do some wood smoking, you know, like smoke foods, and a party. So I may just put the pocket 3, you know, on the magnetic mount up in the air on the side or something. Who knows? We'll see. But I think I'm going to call this a live stream. I'm feeling really great. It's after 1:30. It's 1:34. I'm ready to go home. It's been a considerable amount of time since I've had anything to drink. I'm going to stop by that place. I'm going to get that omelet, like I said. I'm going to go home and eat it while I watch myself on TV and see how bad my teeth look. And I got to talk to Jake about why the chat box did not present the chat to me, and it was kind of embarrassing. If I hadn't thought to open the local chat view, never would have seen it, and I apologize for that. So you guys take care. Let me turn the engine on. Yeah, let's get some AC going, because it is kind of humid. So you guys take care, and well, I was gonna say thank you so much. I was gonna say, let me show you down the road, but there's nothing to see here. You guys take care. Fist bump. Have a good evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you are in the world. And remember, MJ loves you. Have a good night. Bye-bye. We'll see you guys. Take care.